Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Hopefully, I've got somebody out there who can give me a mic check. Let me know that you can hear me talking. Or am I just talking to myself? I do that from time to time, but only when I need expert opinions. Good morning. Well, since it came blasting through my speakers, I'm working. How's everybody doing out there? I don't know. We'll see what we have show up today. Haven't done one on a Sunday in a while. I'll be having my magical bean juice. Thanks to Mr. Nick's Picks. Sweet beans on the mug, dude. Really like it. And a little Biscoff for Nick. Biscuits. Oh, heck. It's been one of those weeks. Hey, good morning, Lock Chuck. How are you? How is life treating you, good sir? I don't know how many other of you guys like to dunk these things in your coffee, but to me, man, it just doesn't get much better than that. Morning, GK man. How are you doing? Ooh, working on an old Corbin deadbolt. You know, I have a little Corbin lock ran around here. Yeah, got to clean up my mess, guys. My little mini vacuum. I have this little beastie. I think I'm going to ship that off to somebody because I can't get anywhere with it. Good morning, Mr. Broke. How are you? So, first things first, I'll show this off. We got a card the other day in the mail from Mr. Conkey saying thank you and had a bunch of his lovely stickers in there. Man, he's got some cool stickers. Look at that logo. That is just sick. So that is amazing stuff. Can't say thank you enough for that, sir, for sending those over. I did not have any of yours yet, so I'll get one of those put in my book, and the others will go in my piles to be sent off to other people as I send things out. Let's see. I know. So I've got this that was sent to me, this Avis 83. It's just a blank dead key. But it is an SC1 keyway. So I'm thinking I might gut that thing today and then use one of the key and pin sets from my Sparrows reload kit to put in there. So I've got something to mess with that. Good morning, Dean. How are you today? Matter of fact, maybe we'll just do that one first up. Oh my goodness. Put that up here. Cutting your grass. Well, hey, I'll throw you my address. You can come cut mine too, would you? I need to do it again. I just got to figure out when. It rained on us a bit last night, so if I do it today, it'll be later. So, now I got to decide here, guys. The decisions are tough, man. Oh, man, where'd it go? I got a box of stuff here that I really need to sort through. Ah, there we go. do I gut this in a lock squash pinning pad, or do I use this one? Let's see. I think we'll do lock squashes this time. He slept so hard, huh? That's awesome. So one thing on these that I learned to be careful of, when you open it up, you've got this little tiny clip right here. That is a reversible piece that you can swap around to make it key retaining or non-key retaining. So that's one of those things to be cautious of. Let's see. Use the leather one, I hear, huh? And, lock squash. Those are cool. I really need to figure out how to get, well, I need to get a 3D printer that can do multiples like that. And then look at that backside, 44 Delta. Very nice. Yeah, I need one that can do multiples. Or I just go out and buy one, have one made for me. But it'd be cool to be able to do my own. All right, let's see. Can we get into this bad boy today? Yeah, I didn't know that either, broke, until I got this lock, and I took it apart, and this little part fell out, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So I did a little reading, and that's how I found that out. There's another part that falls right out of the darn thing, so. All right, let's see. Think I need to shim it? Oh, that's the other thing too. There's a little detent down here that'll keep you from pulling the core out. So you got to have more hands than you know what to do with to do this thing, because you got to depress him. Then you can start your core. There. So these should just be all the exact same thing. Look at that whole big row of the exact same pins in there. Good morning, Mr. Delbert. How are you? Let's grab it. Drop you in there. Ooh, very nice pins actually in here. So, I'm tempted to leave these and just replace the key pins. That's some very, very nice spools in this thing. Inside of this lock. Let's see if you will focus up on that. Do you see those? You got spool, spool, spool. And that one, serrated top and bottom. On that one, very nice. Tried, yeah, animals need food, right? You aren't a kidding. Let's see. And there I have one that'll let me swap this thing over and make it into a 6-pinner, but I think we'll go with this one. This one looks like fun. This will be my first time really playing with these much. I messed with them a little bit in my lock from sparrows, but so drop those to the side because I'm going to take these and I'll put them in here. So then I got to go through and figure out what order these go in. There. All right, now let's move off to this. Another cool thing with this is I can use my leashy tool on it too, try to play with that and learn that thing a little bit as well. So it's an awesome little lock. Well, that is not the right one pin for that one. So you don't go there. Let's go looking. You might be, you definitely don't. I need a really long one there. Really long one there. Not that long. Yep, you go there. You look good there. You look good there. You look pretty darn good there. Oh, hey, I see what I did wrong. I am such a dumbass, I'm telling you. Guys, you ever have one of those mornings where shit just don't cooperate? It's a 6-pin core, but I only need 5 because it's a 5-pin key. Look at that. So, shall we? I need to shed some light on the situation. Ooh, what did I do? What happened? Wow. Not sure what happened there, but something happened there. So we'll go this way. Let's go back here with you. Go there. Have any of you guys done any picking on these locks? This Avis 83? I messed with it a little bit with just those standard pins that were in it. Kind of neat. You can swap the cores out and put different cores in it. Very cool design, actually. All right. Yeah. Jeez. I need more of my bean juice this morning, guys. I'm telling you. Yep, you've picked a couple. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like a really neat lock. I like it. I like how you can swap those cores out and put different things in there. I think that's pretty freaking cool. Now I got to press that retainer again. And she worky. It's kind of nice with that little retainer. I don't have to worry about it coming out of there while working on my clip. That part is pretty freaking cool. Boy, I'm telling you what. Then so you've got this part, which looks like it drops in here. That's your actuator. And then as I understand it with this, you can see this. It's tiny, so it's hard to see. See the black dot? If you have the black dot facing up when you put it together, it is not key retaining. If you put the black dot facing down, it's key retaining. And I did play with it and try it out, and yeah, it works pretty well. It's pretty cool design, quite honestly. All right, what do I have wrong here? I have something wrong here. Or did I screw you? Oh, I screwed you up. Oh, I got to take the screen back off. Because this has to go in there first. I believe. Because this clip holds that in. There we go. That looks more better. Yeah, I tried that out. Broke with the flipping of it, and it works. It changes it right up. All right. I just got to remember, it's a pain in the butt to put back in because it is so little. So yeah, dropped it all the way through. So anybody feel like hopping on this morning? Got anybody in here that's not normally on lives or doesn't do lives that wants to join in? Or any of my regular haunts that feel like joining in? There, I got it. Whew. Just like so. Yeah, let's do this. Just like so. There you go. That's how she sits. You flip it over the other way, and then it'll stick further out off this side than it does that side. And that changes what it does. So yes, so then when you're putting it together, you got to make sure you keep it straight up in the air because that little piece will fall right on out of there. And make sure you know how to drop a stupid. You know I'm always game. You're always game when you're up. I will get you a link over here in just a second. Let me just make sure that. Uh-oh. I screwed up, guys. I screwed up. Damn it. And what was it that I had to do to fix this? Oh, I don't remember how I did this the other day. There we go. That thing can be picky, and you'll think you've got it seated, and it's not. My little sister has a pick set, so she can start. That's awesome. I'm working on an Abus 83. It came with just a blank key. So I took one out of my Sparrow's reload kit. It's got an SC1 core in it. And cored it up so I can play with it. Right here, 8345. On the back side it says Abus 83. It's got a removable core. Or not, well, a lot of them have removable cores, but you can change the core out. As I understand it, you can put quick set cores in here. You can put SC1, SC Schlag keyways in it. So it's really cool. It's It's pretty doggone neat. Got that from Mr. Lock Squash, sent that over to me. Let me go here. So that's always cool. All right, link is headed your way there, Brooke. Anybody else feel like joining in on the fun? I will throw you a link if you feel like hopping on. The Modamelia. Yeah, now I just gotta pick it, right? But yeah, it's got a nice pop to it. Nice kick. Not as nice, though, as this lovely little lock. This is my Harbor Freight that I stuck the 1100 in it. And I mean, the shock will pop on that one. Love that. Good morning, sir.
What's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Pretty good.
Haven't had you on in a day or two.
Yeah.
Hard to catch up. I've been busy, so I've had a lot going on in my life as of late.
Hopefully good.
So I've been looking. No, none of it's been good, honestly. I've been looking at this little beastie that I got hold of. And I want to figure out how to pick this sucker, but I'm not sure how to do it. I was looking at the tools that Nick's Picks sent me for picking this to see if I could make those work. But the difference is this is a hollow key. It's just open all the way through there.
Yeah.
Where this one has a center post that the key has to drop over. So his pick tools don't fit in there. I'm not really sure how to pick one. I've never tried picking one of these. Yeah, it's a US General, but I swapped the core out, so it now has an American 1100 core in it, Dean, which actually makes it into a really nice lock. If you haven't tried that, it's pretty cool. But yeah, it's a cool lock. I wanna figure it out, but I'm not sure how the hell to get in there and do it.
Probably have to make your own out of tubing and
right, and then flare it out somehow. And yeah, I'll play with it, see what I can come up with at some point. I was messing around with this one a little bit, this Yale that I got.
Yeah.
And I want to figure out how to properly pick it. So he sent me 3 different tools. I've got that one. I'm not sure which one is the tension wrench. I have that one. I'm guessing maybe this is the tension tool. I need to go watch his video where he picks it and see what he does. And then this one with this curved end. This one, hell, this just acts as a master key. I mean, I put that thing in there and there.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know much about those. I got that one that I got from RuneSmith.
Yeah.
I'm going to make the picks for it.
Right.
Soon and try it out because I don't really know much about lever locks, to be honest.
No, I don't really either. That's really going to be my first delve into it, is that one. And then, this other one is a lever lock as well, but with it having that odd keyway, it's going to take me a little bit to figure that one out. And then he sent me this old pair of Peerless handcuffs. These are not in production anymore. So I was playing around the other day and I 3D printed a handle.
Nice.
To make an extended key. I need to find where the back end of the key went so that I can do my double lock. Ooh, that does not want to work on these cuffs though, does it?
Sushi's in the house.
Sushi. Morning. Delbert Alexander. Outstanding. Yeah. Lots of cool goodies. And then I got my dimple lock to work on. I got my dimple set. Hey, question for you. Since I have you on here, let me move this to the side because I got a question on these things for you guys.
Yeah.
You probably know more than anybody. Let's see. So let me find The main ones be like a 2 and a 3, right?
Yeah, I think.
There's 2, there's 3. So if I look at the back end of those, see if I can get those into focus or not. I don't know if you can make those out or not. So you've got your picks. You've got one comes up and curves this way, one comes up and curves this way. The one that curves this way would be for your left side pins, and the one that curves the other way would be for the right side pins.
Yep.
Am I thinking right? Okay.
Yep.
I thought that was right, but I thought I would double check. I need to get working on a dimple lock and start trying to figure that lovely thing out. How are you, Mr. Sushi? Another one that's been a while. Yeah, we had an interesting few days. My wife's got some medical issues going on, and she got some bad news last week.
Oh,
so she's been pretty upset about that. And then yesterday, my daughter was up in the mountains camping, and her dog died while they were up there. So everybody's been a little upset about that. It's just been a shitty week.
That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Ooh. Well, there's a nice full set right there. Ooh. All these spools in this thing.
One of these days, I'm gonna get me one of them leashies and try them out.
You know, I have an SC1 and a KW1, which I got as a set pretty cheap, but I really don't know. I haven't had very good luck with them, but that's just me needing to learn it, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sushi. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting run here for a little bit, I'm afraid. Right? Those spools are crazy. That's why I decided to leave those in there. They look pretty cool. Very nice heavy spools on top of it. Man, I don't know what I'm feeling. That's my problem. I don't feel squat. But it's back asswards. I can't run it left-handed. There's a way to do it, but then you can't see the scales properly. Because you can take the tension wrench off and you can reverse it and put it on the other side.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen you could do that. I watched a video. I think it was Sandman did it.
Yeah. Well, it depends, right? You might need to do that depending on if you're working on a doorknob or something. And it's up against the wall on that side. You might need to reverse it to the other side so that you can actually get in there.
Yeah.
I got to get a package sent your way too. Send you some stickers over for your next Canada run.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were saying how you hop across and ship stuff, so I need to get some stickers and such up to oh shoot, what's this channel up there?
Junkie?
Yeah, Lock Junkie. He wants some of my stickers and such, and I looked into it, and for me to send just a regular letter size envelope was going to be $43 to send to Canada.
Jesus.
I was like, yeah, that's just insanity, man. Yeah, I hear you, Sushi. That's how I ended up with my my Hux. I'd been looking at buying the dimple set, and then the tariffs kicked in, and holy crap, it was ridiculous. So they reached out. Okay, we dropped the tariffs. And yeah, so I hurried up and got those ordered. Ended up with 2 sets. So I've got one sitting out on my store. If anybody's looking for a set of Huck Dibble flags.
They're worth it.
And I'm waiting. I was talking to Aaron over at Southern Specialties last week. I sent him over the drawing file for my deep hook dog legs, and he was getting those cut out. Hopefully, maybe Friday or maybe Monday, I'll be getting some of those sent out. Yeah, I'll have to look at that, Sushi. I don't know. I just went through my USPS shipping and told him I was sending a letter envelope and gave the address, and it came in at $43. Lock Chuck, you're sending him something soon. All right, I can send him your way as well. It was insane. I was truly shocked at the cost. Yeah. I can look at it again. I tried a couple different times, and I tried different ways of arranging the package, and and looking at different things. And I was truly shocked at what it came back and told me, and that was through my business shipping account on top of it.
Jeez. That's crazy.
That's the thing. What do you put down for stickers for that stupid tariff code? Because you have to code it as something.
Yeah.
So I was trying to go through their list and pick something out of there, and it just did not cooperate well with me at all. Cost you $30 to send a lock and stickers and poker chip, huh? $30. Yeah. So what are you working on over there, sir?
I went shopping at the Restore, and I got this beautiful quick set.
Oh man, that's a pretty one too.
Yeah, it's an old style. Came in the original box when it was quick set, a division of Empart. So
that's even better yet.
So that was pretty cool. Then I got a little tubular lock. G Key Man said it's a computer lock.
Yeah, computer lock. Yep.
So I'll play with that a little bit.
Yeah, you had a lot of stuff out of that little scour, didn't you?
Yeah, I got this nice lockwood that I got to clean up. So I got this, which is fascinating, plastic core.
Yeah, I saw you tear that one apart the other day. Yeah, that was just funky.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing I ever seen. It's a Taylor. This one actually came with keys, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'm gonna do a video of tearing it apart, and not just on a live, And
yeah,
I got a couple of these solid brass mortise locks. They have solid brass ring, spacer ring. And then I got this Schlag thumb turn Euro style. And I got some, which I don't know how to pick yet. I got to look up, do some research on Illinois Duo.
Oh, very nice. That's a neat looking old lock too, isn't it?
Yeah, check out the key.
Oh,
in one.
Yes, it is double row in there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very slick. Yeah, that'll be a fun one to watch. I think I've seen somebody pick one of those once before.
Yeah, I think I've seen Lockwood do one.
Yeah.
Or he was doing one. I don't think I watched the whole video.
Right.
I didn't have one, so I was like,
yeah, I've got this Miwa that I need to try and figure out how to pick. Yep. My dimple to work on yet. Yeah, I didn't have any locks in there, Sushi. All I had were some of my stickers and a couple of poker chips. And I think that's what I tried was just under the arts thing. I had to be careful which one you picked because you picked the wrong one. It's like, oh, you can't send that to Canada.
So that's what I've been working on.
That is very cool. Yeah, some of those locks you've got are pretty neat looking. I was thinking of sending you this Corbin Russ one.
That'd be awesome.
See if you can figure that stupid thing out. I haven't gotten anywhere with it at all.
Oh.
I don't feel squat going on inside of that lock. I'm sure it's there. It's just a matter of I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, Mr. Nick's Picks, you're funny. Yeah, I almost thought looking at this Yale thing that it'd kind of be a fun one to actually stick on my office door when I get my basement finished and use that as a lock for locking up my gun room.
Yeah, that's what I do that with all kinds of them.
Yeah, but those aren't something that you see around here very often, right? They're
No.
you just don't find those.
And when you do, there ain't no key
master
to it.
lock
It's on an
cutaways.
old door.
Huh? What was that?
I said, and if you do, there's no key to it, and it's on an old door that's painted.
Right? Well, that's awesome, Sushi. He's got a couple more of his master lock, trigger lock cutaways to use for giveaways. Your cutaways are outstanding, man. You do a beautiful work on those.
Absolutely.
Absolutely gorgeous. My biggest issue is patience. I don't have the patience. I don't know. I'd end up with parts flying everywhere. Kind of like I did when I made this thing. I cut a handcuff key apart. Now I can't find the top end of it, so I can put the pin in here for my double locks. I could have swore I left it right here with my vise. I can't find it. So I'm like, God, got it. Now I'm going to have to cut up another key. Well, I expanded my toy collection at the desk. So I think I've shown him before. I've got my little R2-D2.
Oh, all right.
I've got my Thor's hammer. Of course, now I have Mr. Lock Squash.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing with my 3D printer.
Stitch. I love
Stitch. I made a bigger version of these, and I'm going to hollow him out. This is glow-in-the-dark filament. So I'm going to hollow him out, and I'm going to make a couple of lamps for my granddaughters.
Make me one. I put my squash on a skateboard.
Oh, yeah, you do. Yeah.
I love Stitch. I didn't get much of a childhood, so I thoroughly enjoy some of those movies and characters and stuff.
I had a pretty good childhood, and I still love my cartoons. They're better than half of the adult movies anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're doing those for giveaways, Sushi, man, anybody who gets their hands on one of those out of a giveaway is a lucky, lucky person.
Yeah, I'll definitely put in for that.
Right. I had one more entry come in on my 250 giveaway, by the way, guys. Get your entries in. I think I have 7 people now, and that's it.
I'm one of those 7.
So I've got it still has like a month to go, and that's just because I've got so much travel and crap going on. I just had to extend it out a little bit longer. But yeah. So I need to find a. I've got the Stitch one for my one granddaughter, and I want to find Bluey to print out for the other one to make a lamp out of Bluey. But
then Cooper watched the shit out of Bluey.
Oh man, both of my granddaughters, man, when they were in that 2 to 3 year old age, Bluey was the thing, and the one she's just getting ready to turn 3, and yeah, everything has to be Bluey. See, look at that. I cannot get this thing picked with that leashy. Of course, I probably can't pick it with anything. Yeah, or the little voodoo doll she had. Yeah, that's another cool one.
So that's about what I got going on. Me and GT Man went to the flea market yesterday. That's where I got the Illinois Duo. Then I took off from his place and blew something out in my bike, so I had to push it all the way back to his house. I'm gonna pick it up later, see what it is.
That sucks.
Especially after I spent all that money getting it up and going, and then
right? Yeah, I'm going to work on my lock lab this week, I think, and tear it all apart and redo and organize things a little bit better.
Yeah.
I've got a computer sitting up here in my monitors. I'm going to relocate the computer and redo the cabling and crap and move things around, so I've got a little more room. And then I need to just get rid of a bunch of these old junky cores that I've got that
you can send them this way.
Huh?
I said you can send them this way. I'll see what
you know, these are ones just a local locksmith gave me. I don't know if they work or not. There's no keys for them. I think these are quick set. I think I was able to pick those with I think I did get these open with the leashy.
Yeah.
When I was playing with those once or twice, and then I kind of quit with them. But yeah, I got a new little gun safe lock to play with.
Is it a laser lock?
I bought a new shotgun the other day. Yeah, looking at the key, that's what I would say it is.
Yeah.
And then it's tight in there. It looks like a wafer lock. I think it's only one-sided in there. Marissa Johnson, good morning. How are you? Welcome,
Marissa. How you doing?
All right. The Duo is a purple belt wafer lock. Will give a lot of counter rotation. So there, you've been warned. So the other thing I picked up the other day, I grabbed some more handles from 44 Delta. I just bought some of his mismatches that he had, so they're all different colors. But these are specifically for the multi-pick or the Southern Specialties are a perfect fit in there. So these actually fit my dog legs a lot better than the other ones have a little bit of slop in there. So I grabbed some of those to try out. I love those handles. They really make a much nicer, nicer feel on there.
Yeah, I know nothing about Illinois Duo. Let's see what we can.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna learn. Oh, I took the kids fishing yesterday. That's awesome. I'm gonna try and take my granddaughter. We're going to my family's place for the 4th of July, and they've got my brother lives on a lake over there, so take my grandkids out. My granddaughter, at least the one's coming with. I don't think the other one is, but we'll try a little fishing. I'll have to keep a close eye on her though, because there's big enough fish there that she could be
with her.
Huh?
Take her with the fish?
Well, yeah, there's fish in that lake that are longer than she is tall, and she's approaching 4 feet.
Okay.
Hey, There, we got an open. I'm able to pick it. I can't lace you the damn thing, but I can pick it. You know, I like this one with that core where I can change that out and make it do different things. Let's see, like right now. Okay, so the way I have that thing set in there, I was telling you about that clip in there. So right now it's key retaining. I can't get the key out until I lock it. So let's swap it around and just show everybody the other side of the world. So now we drop that core. Oh man, I need tweezers for that thing because it's so tiny, man. I fought with this thing the other day trying to do it by hand, and it about killed me. Come on.
I think I just need to clean this. I mean, it's
There we go.
dirt and good. I need to spray it out real good and clean it out. And give it a good pick because I'm feeling just grease and dirt in it. So I'm not getting good feedback.
Yeah. Yeah, twins would be a lot of work when you're fishing. All right, so there, I swapped it around the other way, and now you can remove the key while it's open. So that's really cool the way that core is done, so you can change it and have it go either way. I kind of like that. Pretty slick design.
Nice.
That's a beautiful lock. So now I've got actually a pretty nice Avis collection going. Let's see. Oh, where's my baggie? I've got my first run of my production bags should be coming here pretty soon too.
Yeah.
So they're Avis. There's my little Avis family now.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've single pin picked this one. I have not gotten that one open yet. Maybe I'll have to throw that one in the vise.
See what you come up with.
83 have a symbol of that piece on it. It does not. It does not have that lock chuck. There's the front of the lock. Just has the patent and the 83 series. Oh, actually it does right there. Series, and it has a picture of that little part. You are exactly right. Right there it is. I thought that was like a 2 or something, but you're exactly right. That's that part that goes inside of there. So, yeah, I really like that. That is a really, really slick lock. Very nice lock. Yeah, I'm going to rearrange. I've got my pegboard is off away from me. I can't reach it from my desk. So I'm going to redo that. I'm going to put it on the wall right here behind me to hang my locks so I don't have to have all these locks laying on my desk. I can just have them here and easily reach them to use them. Get the rest of my magnets up. I've got more poker chips I need to hang, so I need to get my magnets all hung up. Because I was at Harbor Freight, and they sell these magnetic tool bars. Oh, man. And I got 3 of them of different lengths. I already have the long one mounted, but then I'm going to mount these as like a pyramid style. These work wonderful for your poker chips.
Oh, nice. I never thought about that.
Yeah, does a really nice job. Lays them out nice. You can see them nice. Looks really good. I like the one I've got up. So I'm going to try and do that. So we just might take you. We'll see if we can figure out this thing. That's such a tight little keyway on that lock. Oh, these little plastic lotto locks are really something. We'll just leave it at that. They're really something.
Yeah. I don't like them. I don't deal with them.
I hate them. I have my Goofy Master lotto lock that I picked it open twice, and then I rattled the dang thing. I made a 3D printed body, put it back together, never been able to open it again.
change the springs out?
Nope, I left everything just the way it was. Or no, I did have to change up some springs because I screwed up the core. You're right, I did change up springs.
Yeah, I hate those things. I don't even bother with them. I go right over to the 67 or 6835. These guys, favorites, 6835s, or the other one, which is a rounder. I don't 68.
Oh, I love my 6835. Yeah, I love those things. They're wonderfully fun locks.
Yeah, and the Abus 7240. Love those.
Yeah, see, I don't have any of the other Avises. Like I said, these ones are the only ones I have.
Yeah.
This little tiny thing, he's a fun one to pick. Because man, he's little. Holy cow. I mean, but that I don't know what model that thing is. What does it say on here? On the bottom it just says YN. Avis YN.
Oh, Chuck Soup's here.
Yep. Good morning to you as well, Chuck Soup. What is everybody in the chat working on these days?
Yeah.
If anybody else would feel like hopping on and joining the two of us over here, let me know. The more the merrier. I tried. I sent the link over to Mr. Nick's Picks and said, well, since you're on and talking and telling me how easy this is, hop on and explain these lever lock tools to me.
But
he didn't.
I tried to get him to come on one of my things. He wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
He's an awesome guy.
Oh, he is. He is. That package of goodies that I got from him. I need to finish going through and get the rest of this stuff put away that I got from Mr. Lock Squash as well. A lot of good packing materials that I need to hang on to for my stuff. I've got a challenge lock here I need to work on too. See if I can get anywhere with that goofy thing. Oh, so there's the box for that little tiny one. It's actually a 69 SL30. That's what this little tiny Avis is. Don't know anything about that. Like I said, I don't know much about Avis locks. I have an American 5200 that he sent me as well that I need to work on and get figured out. Lots and lots of goodies in here. Oh yeah, here we go. Forgot I've got all of his stickers. I need to get those taken care of. So there's what he sent me on those handcuffs. Peerless Handcuff Company Model 300, and then the serial number for them.
Thanks.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Got some good old playing cards. More stickers. Lots of stickers. I need to go through. How do you get?
Would we lose you? I think he disappeared. Can you guys hear me?
Are you back? I lost you there for a minute. I think that was me, though.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I've got the weirdest crap going on at my house, and I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
My sump pump kicks on, and it kills my internet connection. And I thought maybe it was because they were plugged into the same circuit.
Yeah.
So I moved my router and my gear off to a separate electrical circuit, separate breaker. Still does it. But not every time, but most of the time. Most of the time when that thing kicks on, I lose internet. I just don't get it.
Oh.
Can you hear me now, Mr. Chuck? I lost connection there for a second. And I'm hardwired to my router. So that's what's even more. It doesn't reboot because I can log into the router when this happens. But I lose internet. I'm wondering if it could be they brought fiber into my house and they ran it
By the
right next to the pipe that the sump pump runs the water through. And I'm wondering if it's the vibration.
Could be.
Screwing with it. That's kind of what I'm wondering. So I'm thinking I might have to uncoil their fiber and take an outage for a little bit and move it.
Yeah. It's either that or they ran the fiber right next to the electrical. And so every time it gets that surge of power, because the sub pumps, they take a little bit of electricity.
Well, and it's right because my router and all my gear sits right above my electrical panel. It was the only place I had to put it. So, but they left me a pretty good spool of fiber so I can relocate and move it somewhere else. So maybe I'll have to take it apart and move it. I don't know. I don't have enough to reach to my office, but see if I can move it and set it someplace else. I had it there because originally it was coming in with my coax for my cable TV. It was cable internet. And I even got, well, my gear is all plugged into a UPS, so that's what I'm wondering if it's just interfering with the fiber signal somehow. Oh, Mr. Nick. Maybe next week. Yeah, he chickened out on me, I tell you. I should break out and mess with that dimple lock a little bit instead of this thing. Well, it's, like I said, I think it's the fiber that it's interfering with, which I don't know if that would be a shielding thing or not with fiber, but all right. Teach me, O Grandmaster.
What's that?
Dimple.
Dimple?
Dimple. Yeah, I even kind of like the tension wrenches that came in this thing.
Yeah, they're
not that bad.
I can.
I mean,
to pick me up.
big thick pigs, but that's kind of what you need in here, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. Sometimes. But yeah, I don't have any idea what I'm doing with a dimple lock, so.
Well, I tell you what, it's the same as any other lock. It's just pushed on its side.
I think the thing that's going to get me is the double rows.
Yeah. You don't have that's a double row single, or is that a single?
No, it's got pins going both ways. It's got 12 pins in it.
Yeah, you should have got something a little less crazy.
Well, I bought this one on purpose because it falls in as for the purple belt lock.
Yeah, purple.
But don't I need to pick both sides there, Lockchuck? He's saying to pick the opposite side of what I'm tensioning.
Yep. Yeah. This is the Avis. This is the one I got a record on for picking it fast.
Yeah, it would have been nice, I think, to probably find another dimple lock to start with, something a little simpler, something a little lighter than this, and then work my way up to this one.
Yeah.
But I bought this one specifically so I could start working towards the purple belt side of the world, is what I got it for. But
Let's see. Oh,
yeah, that's kind of me too there, Mr. Chuck. I don't feel much of anything in there. I keep feeling like I should be looking so I can see what I'm doing in there, but I don't. I don't see squat, don't feel the pins very well. See, there felt a good click.
a lot of times it's the fact that you they need to be lifted higher than you think they do. You got to push them higher up.
Right, so Lockchuck says, yeah, pick in the opposite direction. Tension clockwise, pick counterclockwise. But yeah, how does that work on a lock that's got 2 rows of pins going both ways? You have to pick both sets of pins, right? You can't change which way you're tensioning halfway through the pick.
No, it just means if the pins are on the right side, pick them and you're picking up. So then you would want to pick counterclockwise, and if the pins are on the left side and you're picking up.
But what about when there's picks on both right and left? That's what I'm saying. I've got pins on both right and left side of this lock. I have to pick both sets of pins.
Yeah. Oh, so that's you got pins on.
There's 6 pins on each side. 6 on the right, 6 on the left.
Oh. Okay, so yeah, that doesn't matter as much. Yeah. Like he said, it's a general rule, but not always possible.
I gotcha. Because I was going, well, I get what you're saying about picking the opposite direction of what your tension goes, but doesn't work when you got pins going both dang directions. Yeah, this is going to be a long one to learn how to pick this thing. I might have to put it to the side and find myself an easier one to start with, just to get me a feel for dimple picking, and then come back to it.
I'll let you borrow my one off the wall here if you need to.
See, and then another question is, I have this Miwa. What's the right way to pick a Miwa?
That's the right way to pick it. It just depends on.
It's a Miwa DS wafer lock.
Oh, wafer?
Yeah, this is at least I think that's what that is a wafer lock. Pretty sure it is.
Okay.
I don't have any key for it, but I can see the wafers up in there.
I haven't picked a Miwa wafer. I've only picked the dimple.
Yeah. Use the key, right? That's always the easiest way. Hey, look at that. Look at that. I just picked a dimple lock. Woohoo! And this one, so when I bought this from Ragnar Eriksson,
yeah,
and he sent me the Miwa with it. He gave me the Miwa, but there's no key for the Miwa, so I don't have a key to even look at to see how that thing is laid out.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it and see.
Yeah, I'll look up some videos on it. Sushi says, same question here because I have dimple locks with them on both sides. Then I have another lock that has on both sides and vertical, and then both sides vertical and at an angle. Good grief, dude.
Yeah, that's like my um, Sergeant and Queso. It's got them on the top, on both sides,
Oh, you
and
know,
it
I
just
need one that has like 2 dimples.
yeah, this Avis here is pretty easy to pick once you get the hang of it.
What's
And
that one?
it's Avis E10 or something like that.
Gotcha.
I got a speed picking record on it.
Nice. Yeah, I don't foresee me having any speed picking records anytime soon.
Oh, it's absolutely possible. Nobody had done this before, so no matter what I picked it at, I got the record. I'm the
Well,
first one to do it. That's the only way I'll get a speed picking record anyway.
hey, I did pick this Avis here pretty damn quick with a hairpin. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw Nick Pick's entry for my drawing. He did that, so he took one and he picked it with a hair clip, a bobby pin. But he also used the bobby pin for the tension wrench.
Oh, really?
Well, that's a little trick because man, that's a little tiny thing to try and make a tension wrench out of.
All right.
So that was pretty cool. I need to go actually pull my spreadsheet up and get him put on there because I don't have him actually on the drawing yet on the list. I need to do that before I forget about it.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. You know that like wheel you guys do the picking from or the
Yeah.
giveaways from?
Yep.
Where do you get that? Oh,
It's just an online thing through a website. I can send you a link to it.
awesome. If you would, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah. I can do that. Yeah, and then like the one that I use, you can change the background. So like you've seen, I've got the background set as my logo.
Yeah.
So turned out pretty cool. There, I just threw it over to you in Discord.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Oh, what do I do? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing, dude. Besides losing my mind, and that's a pretty short trip. Let's see. Picking with a bobby pin. Yeah, let me grab the link to that video. I need to do an update video on my drawing and put that out there so people can see who's done entries and give links to all the wonderful channels and all that good fun stuff.
I did one, right?
You did. Yep. Yep. I think you were number 6 on the list, if I remember right. Yep. You're number 6. So this will be number 7. Mr. Nick's Picks. Yeah, he does great stuff. Like his channel, like his content.
He's been around forever.
Always has fun with it. He doesn't take it too serious, which is great, right?
He's a great guy. I know he
So let's see.
talked me through some rough nights a few times.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Yeah, I'm picking at a dimple lock right here, but let's see. I have Dean P. He was number 1. Brizzy Picks, Dutch Lock Picker, Charles Watts, Stealth Rogue, Mr. Broke Picks, and Mr. Nick's Picks are my entries so far in that 250 giveaway. And that is for that nice multi-pick set that they were kind enough to donate to me. So if you haven't done an entry yet, you certainly should. Uh-oh, we'll see if I lose you again. My sump pump's running. Instead, it doesn't do it every time. That's the weird part, too. So I'm wondering if it just happens to be, if it hits it just right and it vibrates that fiber, and somehow is enough. I don't know if fiber, I've never worked with it in a rough location like that, but I know we use it all over the place out at my work and in some very high vibration places. So I wouldn't think that would be screwing with it, but I don't know. But I got to figure out what the hell's causing it, because it's frustrating as all get out. You know, power-wise, I don't think that should be it, because I've got it into a smart UPS that's supposed to be able to filter all of that and handle that, so that shouldn't be the problem. And then I moved it to a different electrical circuit. The only thing is, like these guys said, it does sit right above my breaker box, so maybe I'll need to relocate it elsewhere.
Yeah,
right. I can move it a few feet away anyway, fairly easy. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do, like you said there, Mr. Lockchuck. Pick it the opposite direction and just tension the opposite direction and see what I feel. I get a couple of pins that I'm getting some clicks out of. But I'm not getting any kind of rotation or anything, so. You know, Dean, I agree with you. I almost think a lock that has nothing but standard pins is a harder pick.
Yep, agreed.
You just don't get the same feedback. Yeah, my router's right above my breaker box, Chuck, so I'll relocate it. That'll be a task for one evening this week. I'll move all of it because I've got my fiber boxes there, my router's there. It's all there. So it might just be picking up just enough interference. I never had it do this where it was dropping everything until I got the fiber in. When I was running on cable, I didn't have any problems. So that's what's kind of weird about it. And that's what, like I said, I can get to the router. I can log into my router. I can look at everything, but it loses internet. So I'm wondering if it's the fiber box that's having the problem more so than the router. The fiber. So, yeah, this challenge lock that he sent me, this is the one that has all the names on it. Your name is on here, but it says no next to picked.
Yep. That's the one that
Thumper.
Yep, I didn't try to pick it because it was stiff as hell. And I couldn't.
Yeah. Right. You send it on to somebody else to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at some point, I'll fire that baby up and I'll play with it a little bit. I need to get another clamp so I can take one of my vices and leave one down here at my desk and take the other one upstairs. Have one up there so when I'm sitting around, I can throw something in a vise. Because for some of those, you almost have to vise them. It converts to copper first. It has its own fiber modem, and then it goes into my router from there. That's why I said I'm wondering if it's their converter that's having the fits with the power. Because like I said, it's been in the exact same spot hooked up to my cable internet, and I didn't have any issues until I got that box. So. But they left me a pretty healthy spool of fiber, so I can move it around a bit.
Nice.
At least they were nice enough to do that. I asked them to do that when they were putting it in, if they could leave me a coil just in case. I probably got an extra 10 feet or so of fiber up there. Yeah, I don't feel squat in this lock. I'm just going to have to get my hands on a different dimple lock to start with, something a
Yeah, I would
Probably a
suggest.
single row, play with that, and then move onwards and upwards. And I like this whole kit though. These are nice tools, actually. They're better than I expected them to be for what they cost.
Yeah, and you can always polish them up too a little more. So,
That's what I figure I'll do. So I'm going to get out some metal polish and throw them on and clean them.
yeah,
They're not bad. I mean, they're not a bad finish on them by any stretch.
yeah, they're not too bad, but
No, I've definitely felt a lot worse.
yeah.
Let's see. So, what kind of tools would you use for picking on this Miwa?
Uh, I don't know. That's a wafer.
My biggest thing is I'm not sure how to tension it.
Probably need
It looks like you have to pick the wafers both up and down. Spicy, how are you? So it's a matter of, I guess, something like that.
you wouldn't have to have a
And I guess this one is a blue belt rated lock. How are you there, Mr. Spicy? And guys, if you do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Appreciate it.
like and subscribe. Absolutely.
Yep. See, this is, like I said, to me, this is the hardest part, is figuring out how to heck to tension it.
Yeah.
Working up on your brown MTL speed pick time. Well, good luck, dude.
Oh man.
Hey, we are doing marvelous, sir. Simply marvelous. All right. Anybody's input? How do you tension this stupid thing? What's the best way to do it?
I didn't get a good close look at it.
That's what I need you guys in this chat for. Let me just do this, because if I bring my camera up to it, it doesn't like to focus very well on things. So let's just do that. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Come on, you can do it. All right, we'll go here. Maybe. Let's go this way. Yeah, drop it back a little bit. There you go.
Right. I would say you could just use the top of the keyway and either side, whatever. And then, or if you have a shutter lock tensioner, you could use that.
If I have a what?
Shutter lock tensioner. Something like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't have anything like that, but I can make one. There we go. There, it cleared up. So there you go.
That's how I would tension it.
Yeah, if I could, I bet I could build something like that. I can put together a couple chunks of windshield wiper blade and make a double-ended tensioner like that.
Yeah.
Because see, I've got, like you sent me that tension wrench to use or for that, and your wiper blades that you had are way thicker. The ones I've got are really narrow.
Yeah.
So this would actually make a pretty sweet double-ended tensioner for that, because it's not so wide. It won't take up much room in that keyway.
Yeah.
So I bet I can bend this off and I can flare that out and I can make a set out of it. Because this is what I used to make the pick tool that I used on that Mindy.
Oh, yeah.
Was that narrow one. And it worked really well. Picked that thing right open. Right?
Yeah.
Little bird right there. Yeah. That's what Spicy was saying. Mindy Kiwi, it looks like a bird flying sideways. Yeah. That it does. It's cool. I like it. It's a neat little lock. I think it'll be fun. Let's see. So I'm going to set all of that junk aside for a minute. My God, my desk is a disaster, dudes. It is horrible. I need to get into my sticker book, and I need to put some of these stickers in here. Let's just look at what some of these are that I got. Whew. Got a whole bunch, man. I got a bunch of cool stickers. Mr. Lock Squash. So I don't think I have any Lock Squash in here at all yet. So handcuffs. Studini. All right, so let's see what he sent me. Got his big stickers. Got a couple extras of those. Put those aside. One of those. Might have to have a whole page just for Mr. Lock Squash.
I know he's got some cool stickers though.
He does. He does. Got some of his little tiny ones, some of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of his Sasquatch stickers. Oh my goodness. It's just way too much of a mess in this office. It's ridiculous. So I got to keep my wife away from the basement. She sees it, she just gets angry. I got to be careful. One of these days, she's going to come down here and clean it for me, and then I won't be able to find anything.
Uh-oh.
Now, the nice thing, Dean, with this sticker book is it's made for stickers. So they just come back off.
Oh, really?
So it's the same kind of material as what the backing is that the stickers come on. That's what I like about it, is I can put the stickers in here and I can pull them off, move them, take them off, do whatever I want to with them. So it's pretty slick.
I'd like to do that, but I like to be able to look at them. I want to put all mine back up on the wall, but I just need a better way of sticking besides the tape I've been using. It doesn't stick to this.
Yeah. I don't mind this one. Then I can just flip through the book and look at what I've got, see what's there. And it keeps them organized because I don't have a decent spot on a wall to really put up a ton of stickers. So, right? I mean, it's actually, you can buy them right off Amazon. It's actually a sticker book is what they call it. You know, that nice ring center. It's really nice and easy to pick and peel and do what you want to with. And I can move them around and do whatever the heck I want. So I like it. I like it a lot. I don't remember who it was that I saw this from that was doing this. Was it Nick VT maybe? There was somebody else that was doing this. Where I got the idea from for this book. Oh, good grief. You know, peeling stickers is no dang fun when you don't have fingernails. I just got it off Amazon, man. You just go to Amazon and just search for sticker book, I believe is all I searched for to find it. I can go look at my order history and I can put a link out there if anybody wants to see it. But yeah, it's a great book, man. I love it. Love how it works. Love how I can move stuff around and readjust to get it right the way I want it. It is most marvelous. I party with Sasquatch. Well, he's going to go over on the next page. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And it wasn't expensive. I think it was like $4 for this book. I don't remember how many pages it's got, but it's a lot. I mean, I can put a lot of stuff in here. You know, because heck, I've barely touched it. And I've got several pages of people's stickers.
Yeah, I got 5 of
Yeah.
them.
Let's see. Oh, there I've got a little tiny Not Too Dead. Where was Mr. Not Too Dead in here?
There's a lot, Joe.
There's Mr. Not Too
I
Bad.
got to get me some more stickers made. But
Yeah.
made mine before, but he just gives them to me, and I feel bad. He gave me 2 things of them, and I'm not. I want to, you know.
Yeah, he made some for my wife for her stickers. That's who made those.
Yeah, I got that one. Right there.
Right? Spicy, you drop some of these tension bars, you don't have fingernails. Good Lord. I use a magnet to pick some of those up sometimes. But then I've got some that are titanium, so I can't use a magnet on those. So then I'm just screwed. Holy cow, I'm making a mess. Look at that. See, this is why I need to clean in here. Because I've got stuff stacked everywhere. And I drop stuff everywhere. And then I've got that little baby that I printed out. That was yours, right, Lockchuck? I believe. That was your little design that you sent me. Printed that out. That works pretty dang cool for holding some of my odds and ends and extra tools and bits.
That's what I need for one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. It is pretty neat. All right. And then I got a hold of just a sampling of these. I didn't buy any of them because they're expensive, but these are those polycarbonate ones with your label behind it. They're really cool. And then it's just got a single magnet on the back of it, so you can magnetic onto stuff. Those are pretty cool. I think I only got like 10 of those. So those are limited quantities. I don't know that I've sent anybody any of those yet.
Yeah, it's kind of like what I got from T-Beard, except his is a pin.
Right. Yep.
I put it on his hat. I put it on my hat.
Yeah, so I get offers in the mail or in my email all the time from Chip Lab. Not Chip Lab. I do from Chip Lab too, but I don't remember what company I buy my stickers through. And I get specials all the time. And I'm like, yeah, try these out. We'll send you free shipping. And it's like $10. So I'm like, all right, I'll try them out. So I end up getting a lot of odds and ends that way. Yep, same thing. They're cool. I kind of like them. They're kind of neat. They're just really expensive, so it'll be awfully hard to buy up a whole big batch of those and be handing them out. Get pretty pricey pretty quick. Yep, right here, 44 Delta handles. Yeah, I got a set of those. They fit my dog legs quite nice. I just don't like that they hide my logo. I kind of like that. He did such a great job with having engraved those on there. It just looks cool.
Yeah.
I thought about getting a hold of some of those handles from him for the law locks, because I got that law lock set, and I really like those. Man, those are really nice picks. But they're all single, the little single thickness jobs like that.
Yeah.
I just like something with a little more to it, so I might need to get some handles for them. But you have a new one for dimple tension wrenches. You do, huh? Well, do tell. Share it up so maybe I can check one of those out. I would do that for these dimples. I'd print out a little holder to put dimple flags in instead of the bag. The bag, I like that little pouch, but I wish it had holders in there or something to hold the picks so you could organize it a little bit. So you don't have to dig through everything every time you open it to find the ones you're looking for.
Yeah, I agree.
Oof. Zoe, how are you this fine morning? Zoe, you missed out. You go check back a couple weeks ago on my live. We were kitten sitting for a guy I work with. So I had a little, what was he, 6-7 week old kitten here at the house, and he made an appearance on my live. You missed it. Yeah, and I thought about playing with wrap too, or spicy. I've got some wax thread, and I thought about wrapping one of the law lock tools. See, I got this extra large. Dear Lord, that's a lot of Velcro on that thing. Extra large case, and then that nice, lovely set. Man, they're great. They're nice picks. I really like them. Everybody knows, well, because of my design, I love the reach or hook. Look at that hook on that bad boy. I mean, that thing just crazy.
Yeah.
But it works great. Wonderful tool. That's probably my favorite pick out of the whole kit so far is that one. But tons of rakes. That was a wonderful set. So I've been using the heck out of those. That, playing with those. That's what I was thinking, is maybe trying to wrap some handles. And then I thought about buying some of his handles for him because he's got them. The only problem with them, well, it's not really a problem. I mean, if you're going to use them at your desk, it's great. But it does make them pretty thick to try and put everything back into a case to carry them around. But it's also easy enough to take them off, because they're just magnetically attached. Oh, I hear you, Zoe. I'll forgive you then if you got to work, but I get it. I get it.
Working's for squares.
Yeah, well, not all of us are retired.
Shoot, I need to go back to work just to survive.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to reach out through the community and see if we've got anybody out here that's going to be going down to. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Velcro on cases either. It's just too loud and noisy. But that's a nice case. It really is. But I'm going to go to Black Hat again this year and see if I can find any of the other lock sporters that may be heading down there. It'd be fun to meet up, visit a little bit.
What's that?
It's a cybersecurity IT conference down in Vegas. So I'm going to that this year again. And then it's kind of interesting. So Red Team Tools,
Yeah.
they always have a large booth set up out there for
Yeah.
lockpicking at the cybersecurity conference. So they have tons of locks set up around there and picks, and they have challenges. People can go through and try and pick different locks, and they'll have progressives, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pin. See how fast you can get through the sets. And it's pretty cool.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. That's actually where it got me started back into this again. I was in there and I saw their booth, and then I went into the store and they were selling one of their lockpick sets. And that was my first real pick set was what I bought in there, was that Red Team Tools kit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All I had before that, I had a little H&H pocket pick set. And I even had it with me, had it in my pocket. I used it at their booth for picking a little bit. Instead of using their tools, I used my own.
That'd be awesome to go out there.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was neat to see that booth set up. And man, it was always full. There were always people up there playing with the lockpicks. It was kind of neat to see. So I hear you, Zoe. Social Security doesn't pay squat. And the rate my 401k is growing, I am pretty well screwed. Pretty well screwed.
Yeah. I can attest to that. It doesn't pay shit.
Yep. Yep.
Still got shit for insurance.
Yeah. I was just looking at trying to get some life insurance the other day, so at least if something happened to me, my wife would have something to help her a little bit. But boy, that crap ain't cheap. Because I have life insurance through work,
Yeah.
but if I retire or I leave my job or something happens there, well, then I don't have squat.
Yeah.
So we were joking around the other day that she needs to hope that if something happens to me, happens at work, then she'll be well set off.
Yeah. She'll have to throw you in the car, drag
Right?
you to your work, set you
Exactly.
at your desk, and
Prop me up at my desk. Yeah. Nah, she's got to make it an accident, so she's got to get me out there and then roll me down the stairs.
Oh God.
Well, I'm not. I gave up on the dimple lock, Spicy. I need to get a hold of a little lighter one just to help me learn the feel of the dimples and then move my way up. That agent that's a lot of lock. I'll keep working with it though.
Yeah, the Miwas.
There it went. There we go. Woo. The Miwa looks fun, but I think you're exactly right. Your thought on a tension tool. I'll need to get after it and build a tension tool for it. Oh, looking for the wrong key. So yeah, this was just the Spicy. This is the Abus 8345 that I'm playing with. I rekeyed it. And used my Sparrow's reload kit for some key pins for it because it came with a blank key.
That's a good idea to use that Sparrow's rekeying.
Well, I figure I've got all of those pins and it's got all the keys and this thing does have 6 pins and I do have a 6-pin key set in there, so I could do it as key it up to be a 6-pinner. That'd be kind of neat to do as well. Yeah, this was my first run Spicy with dimples. And that's, like I said, it's for I was going to do it for my purple belt. So I bought this Agent LS5. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be fun. But this thing's, man, that's what, 12 dimples in there off both directions. So I'll want to get one that's a little lighter to start with just to kind of get me into the feel of it. But I'll keep playing with this one too. Yeah. It is what it is, So what everybody says is that I'm going to love dimples. That's yet to be seen. We will see.
I think you will once you get the hang of it. It's just keeping your dimple flag, straight on the pins and lift it higher than you think it should be. That's what I've learned. What cat's doing.
Yeah, and Zoe, my big joke around retirement is I'll get to retire about a half an hour after my funeral. At the rate my retirement's growing. Reiki, D-Guard, and Kennard all have cheap dimples that are fantastic to learn on. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I might have to go do a little digging around, see what I can find for a different dimple. It was kind of comical. The other day I was going through a key ring that I've got in my truck that has all my keys for my hitches and different crap like that. And there's a dimple key on there, 2 of them. I have no freaking idea what they go to. I can't find a dimple lock anywhere.
Wow. That's funny.
Yeah. No, it's not. It's got me going, what the hell did I lose? What lock did I lose that used dimples?
Or a whole trailer.
Right? I went through all of my hitch pins and my security locks for that crap. Nothing is dimple. No idea what that goes to. don't have any toolboxes that use dimple.
That's strange.
No, I never had a steering wheel club. Never had one of those. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll find something. Who knows? The government's plan is make 70 of these 63. Think it'll stop at 70, dude?
Nope.
No. I'll be I keep joking around that I'm just gonna get a job as a Walmart greeter, but they don't want me greeting people at the door. That just wouldn't be good. Of course, I don't think they do greeters anymore. I think they kind of quit doing that.
Oh no, not around here. We got greeters.
Oh, yeah. They've got stupid security guards at the gate here now, so
Yeah.
we don't have regular greeters. We just got security guards. Which I think is bullshit. If they're worried that I'm going to walk out and steal stuff through the self-checkout, then by God, they should have checkers checking me out.
Exactly.
That's how. Oh, hey, I didn't put any him in my book. I got to put him in there.
He's got some kick-ass stickers, don't he?
Oh yeah, they're ridiculous, dude. I was just gonna.
What a great guy.
Extra stickers and. Put those in the bags. That way I can use those for some sharing up later and some swag bags. What a mess, dude. What a mess. It's horrible. I'm trying to think. I might need to put up one of each of his stickers because they're just different enough that I need them both. I need them both, man. I need them both.
I need to get some more stickers from people for swag bags because I am completely out. I have a few lock squash left. That's about it.
I really haven't sent that many of the extras out. I need to send some stuff out. Figure out what other stickers to throw in there and ship them off.
Try to figure out this way to do it.
All right. I'm always sad that I never want any of locks at Harbor Freight. I would not say that they are good locks. Now, this one is just a beast of a lock. It's awesome. The shackle pop on this thing is lovely. The core sucks butt, but an American 1100 core fits perfectly in it. And once you've replaced that, you've actually got a pretty doggone solid lock. Yeah. And most of my American 1100s, I barely use any tension at all. But this one, because of the shackle spring that's in there, you got to actually tension it quite a bit. So it makes it kind of a fun lock to work on. But other than that, yeah, the original Harbor Freight core, I think I've got that, is right here. It's terrible. I mean, I barely can even get the stupid key in and out of it. So it's terrible. I did get that thing once just to see what was in it. Oh, there's another one. Knox locks. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have a Knox locks.
Huh?
I don't have locks. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a couple of Knox locks stickers. Here's a couple of, I've got covert instrument stickers, even though I don't have any covert instrument tools.
You don't have any covert instruments?
No, I don't. I have the tubular lockpick. That is the only thing I have that is covert instruments.
Hmm.
Other than that, I don't. I keep meaning to try and get some of theirs because everybody talks about how good they are. It'd be fun to try some out. I think this is extra. Extra. Let me just look at here because I don't know if I have. I think I put a Knox locks in here, so that one maybe one to send off. Let's just see. Sorry, guys. The 40. Yep, there's Knox locks. Locked and loaded. Love it. So that one can go in my bag of goodness. Yeah, I love the spinning mat, man. It is wonderful. Then I have one extra Bigfoot. Like I said, I need to clean my whole desk up and get things more organized, but then I've got some extra lock squash, poker chips, Not Too Dead, Shackleton Cuff Club. So I've got some extra of those as well. So yeah, lots of goodies to add into people's bags. I just need to get around to sending people's bags. What might be fun for the beginner lockjack? The Hall Master? The Master Hauler? Let's see if I go. Nope, I think I want to go narrower yet. Skinnier yet. Trying to see. There we go. There, I found a pick that my retention tool that might work on this wafer lock. Now let's just see if we can feel. I'm here as a dimple missionary. Yeah, well, I need help on my dimple journey. I have to throw out some good names, so I'll look some of those locks up, see if I can find a different.
Yeah, you need to start off on just one that has one single row and a nice open keyway.
And it's more, I think, a matter of that way I can kind of learn the feel of those picks, right? Because every different pick is different. And moving to a dimple pick system, man, that's a whole different ball game. Harbor Freight has a dimple lock?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's what LockCheck just said. Might have to go check them out and see what's there. Because unfortunately, around here, our lock selection at our stores is abysmal. And I don't have a flea market or anything to go looking at to try and find them.
I figured out there you guys would have a lot of flea markets.
We're too small of an area. We just don't have anything. Get down to Colorado, and there's some big flea markets down there, but here there just isn't. It's more garage sales and junk like that, which I've got. My sister-in-law, she's a garage sale junkie, so I've told her keep an eye out for locks. Said, you buy any locks at them, I'll buy them from you. I'll pay you for them. Because you just never know.
Yeah, that's where I found a lot.
Garage sale. I'm just not a garage sale person. I don't want to spend my whole weekend driving around to garage sales. Or as I like to call them, garbage sales.
We have a funny one. These people have a garage sale every year, a couple times a year here in town. Ever since I was a kid, and they got this like life-size paper mache statue of Elvis, and they charge you $5 to go stand next to it and get a Polaroid picture. I wonder how, and they've done it for years. I wonder how many people have actually paid them to get a picture next to their Elvis.
Well, they keep doing it every year. Probably get more than you would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. The other thing too is, where do they come up with? They probably run around to other garage sales and buy stuff just so they have stuff to do at their own garage sale.
Yeah, I would assume so because they have it a couple times a year,
Right.
and honestly, I think they just pick shit out of people's garbage and then put it back. It's,
Well, you never know. Spicy said I stop at almost every garage sale, look for locks, almost never find anything. And that's just it. You never know. The thing is, up where I'm at least like lotto locks, things like that, the Master 6835s, the American 1100s, there's gobs of them because we're an oil and gas industry. So everybody is using locks like that. That's where I got all of those 6835s that I've got I was just off Facebook local, but somebody retiring was selling them, and they had a box plus that had never been used, never even been out of the box.
yeah.
So I try and keep an eye out for that kind of stuff. Yeah, this wafer lock is kicking my rear. I don't feel what I'm supposed to be feeling, but I'm going to take your ideas, though. I'm going to try and build a tension wrench for it. That was a good thought, and I think your design with the double-ended like that will work quite well. So that'll be what I will try out. Kind of having fun with that, building some of those tension wrenches, and I made for the pocket tool. I used your design and made my own off of that with that thinner metal that I've got.
Yeah.
The one thing I do a little different on the ones that I make over yours, I will say, is I leave my ends squared, where you like to round your ends off and polish them a little more.
Yeah.
I like to leave them squared up on mine because to me it just feels like they bite in on the keyway a little bit better. The round ones I run into issues with, especially if you have a sloppier keyway. They spin and rotate and pop out. But so there's another one. That's one of them that I made, and I made that one with a twist in it, and it's got a lot of flex to that material on these because of it being that thinner. So it actually works. It's actually pretty good little pick or tension wrench rather. And then see, there's what I did for the pocket tool. I used that same little angle design that you had, but it's a lot thinner, skinnier, and then made it for the top. And I find that one works pretty well also. So geez, oh Pete, I can't put it in that hole apparently. Holy cow. I just made a mess. Well, I didn't make a mess, but let's see. I need a magnet. Where are my magnets? I know I've got magnets around here somewhere. What do I do with you, dudes? I wonder if I can get it with you. I wonder if you can get it, because I dropped the tension wrench. Well, I didn't drop it. I did it on purpose, I guess. But yeah, there I got it. Put it in the wrong spot in the pocket, and it fell all the way down in there where there was no way I was ever going to reach it. Or even remember that I even had it in there. I got to put him in the right hole so that way he'll stay up top. There we go. Well, dudes, I'm probably going to have to call her good. I've got a bunch of things to do. Got to spend some time with the wife today. She flies out tomorrow.
All right. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for joining in, and thank you everybody in the chat. Thank you very much for all the information and input there, Mr. Spicy. I'm going to try and look up those locks you were recommending, see if I can't find something. See what I can do. This one, I want to figure out the rest of his tools for picking this one yet, so I'll try and watch that. This tool does an amazing job without having to do anything, so boop. but I want to figure out the whole tensioning thing on these lever locks. But yeah,
I have to do a video so I can learn too. I'll learn right there with you.
hey, Nick's Picks video number 9 is picking of this lock. But yeah, so I need to go back, and I watched it once a little bit. I want to go back and watch it again. But this is actually a really nice one. I like that. And I think I could use just a regular doorknob on this thing.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm halfway tempted to use that for my office door. I just think it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. We will see. I got to clean up and I got to throw stuff away. I don't think I need to keep. Do you guys keep the boxes for your padlocks? Do you keep boxes around? Depends on the lock, I guess.
Yeah. And then I go, why am I saving this crap?
Right. Like here's that American 5200 box. I don't think I need to keep it. Here's the box for that American 80 or that Avis 83.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should keep that box or not. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Get all my locks stuffed in my little travel bag. Love these things. That way I sit down, I just open up a bag, and I've got a million locks to play with and pick on and work with.
You need to make a patch to sell the stick on the front of it if you're going to have the Velcro.
Well, that's what I want. I'm trying to find somewhere to get some patches, but God, they're expensive to have made. Holy crap. Because we're extending the Velcro all the way to the edges, and then I want to get different ones. So if you stack these like in your lap in a bag, you can just pull back and you can just see your label and know what's in what bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want one for picks, one for locks, one for a first aid kit, down the line kind of a thing. Yes, that is in the works. I'm trying to find a place to get them. And I've got 10 of these being made right now. We'll see when they get done and get those in and go from there. Mo fun, mo fun. All right, everybody. Right. Not all boxes are created equal. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining me, man. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody in the chat. Thanks for hopping in and BSing and chatting away. So we will catch you later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. Later.